Hi friends, welcome back to the Forjars kitchen. My name is Leilani, and today's video we're going to be covering Canning Basics 101. So before we begin, I know that canning can be very overwhelming, especially if you have never canned before. And that is exactly what this video is for. If you've never canned before ever, then this is the video for you. So let's go over the basics. Some of the things here are optional, and I'll let you know that as we go down the line. But the first thing you're gonna need are a good set of jars and lids. Next, you're gonna need a jar grabber, a debubbler. If you don't have one at home, that's completely fine. You can always use a butter knife. And it also helps you figure out what your headspace is. One of the questions we get a lot is, how do I find my altitude? You can call your local county commissioner's office and ask them, call your local airport, or again, refer to the National Center of Home Food Preservation and find it there. So there are two ways for you to process your foods. One of them would be through a water bath, and that means that the jars, we did some canning earlier today, are fully submerged in water with about 2 inches of water on top of them, fully submerged. That would be a water bath canner. Another way to process your food is with a pressure canner. And this is all really important because some foods are high acid and some foods are low acid. Now I know the next question is probably gonna be, how do I know if my food is a high acid food or a low acid food? Well, anytime you grab a book with a recipe, it will tell you whether it's high or low in acid. Now, depending on the acidity of the food, it will let you know whether you have to use a water bath or a pressure canner. I like to take my jars and wash them in super hot, soapy water, and it's a great opportunity for you to be able to inspect your jars to see if there's any type of cracks or nicks, because you don't want anything to interfere with the seal. And speaking of lids, you're gonna want a really good lid. The Forjars lids guarantee a seal every single time. We're preserving food, we wanna make sure that we do it right. So let's talk about fingertip tight. Now that is a term we use in the canning world. After we put on our lid, we place the ring on. And what I like to do is, as I am twisting the ring on, just when I start to feel a little bit of resistance, that's when I stop. The last thing you want to do is crank on the lid, because you can get a lot of buckling that way and get a false seal or no seal at all. So make sure that when you are placing the ring on top, that you twist and turn it until you just get the little bit of resistance. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the basics of Canning 101.